from the beyond and haunting interviews with your cringe-worthy host, Woody G. Watts. Welcome to Hill City Paranormal.
I live in Washington State, but this took place in Oregon when it was like 2 years ago. My friends and I were hanging out. We went camping. I can't recall where, but it was kind of after further down from Eugene, Oregon. We went backwoods camping, and we were all doing our thing, hanging out, doing what teenagers do when, it's just you guys. And we were there for 3 days and nothing happened. Just camping, hanging out. There was no one around us at all. And the layout is that we were about 20 minutes away from the main road, but there's so much forestry that you could not hear cars. There was no lights. There was a back road even, so we were definitely secluded. And but none of us were scared. None of us experienced anything weird for the first 3 days. It was only the last day where we began to notice some stuff, and at one point we were setting up for the night, our last night, so we were all hanging out, partying, doing our thing. There was 6 of us, and at one point in the night I realized I was like, I need to go to the bathroom so bad. So I told my friends that I was going to go and started making my way, and where the bathroom is located, there's a 15-foot walk, like a path to this little rocky gorge area where we were looking down from the gorge. It was about a 10-20 foot drop to the creek, and then from there it was ground level, so we were above. And that's important because as I was beginning to go use the restroom, I got this unnatural feeling of concern. I got to the path. I was like, I'm going to take a piss. I began to walk, and my heart was just don't. I got confused. I was like, I got anxiety. I got anxious. I was like, my body was like, do not go. Don't walk over here. It's pitch black, by the way. It's I think it's midnight. My heart is telling me not to go. And I'm thinking it might just be what I drank or what I consumed. So I keep going, and as I keep going, the feeling gets worse and worse and worse to the point where I feel like I'm going to throw up everywhere. And I can hear my friends laughing and having a good time in the background. And so far, the only thing that we experienced is that at one point, I think that a night before this night, we heard screaming, but howling. So we thought it was a cougar or something. I don't know. So I'm walking to the bathroom, and I get to the rocky point, and I start doing my business, and it gets really quiet, and I can't hear my friends anymore. And I get this smell of almost what I would describe as cinnamon. I thought I had smelled cinnamon from where I was standing. It smelled like cinnamon, and it smelled like cinnamon and coffee. But also, I also smelled like metal. And so I was just all right. Thought whatever I had taken was making me trip more. So keep using the restroom, and I look up towards the tree line, and so I'm looking up at this tree, and this tree, where I'm looking, my eye contact at the tree is at least 25, maybe 30 feet up. So there's no way something could be standing or looking at me. But I look across and I see these 2 reflections, which doesn't make sense because there's no light hitting it. So I see what looks like reflections of eyes staring at me, parallel to my eyes. And I'm like, oh, it's an owl or it's a bird. And that's perfectly, I was okay with that. I thought there was a bird staring at me. I was like, whatever, owls are kind of scary, but, whatever. So I finish up, look on my pants back up, and I begin to turn around and walk away when I hear what sounds like radio static, but from across the creek. But not static, it's weird to explain. Sorry, it's static, but if it was a voice, if that makes sense. So it sounds like if someone was trying to speak, like their connection ran out and their voice started to grow static, but it was clear, like they were trying really hard to say something. And then right then my body was like, you need to go. So I just ran. And as I was running, I heard like a screeching noise, like tires, but it sounds like if you took someone's vocal cords and then ripped it. Like it sounds like it was tearing. And I'm freaking out, but then I get back and my friends are looking at me confused, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what that noise was. And my friend goes, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, I heard something, and I told them what I heard, and they were like, they got confused at me, and they're like, well, we thought we just saw, like, how? Like, they didn't know what was going on either, and I was confused, because what I had this experience, that's not what they experienced, because when I was gone, they thought they saw me on the other side of the campsite. So where I was, they thought they saw me on the completely other side, walking around. And when they kept saying my name, I kept looking at them, but kept walking. But they couldn't tell it was me. They only figured it was me because I'm the only person out of the campsite. And so everyone is scared. Like, we don't know what's happening. My friend tells me he thinks it's a cougar, so we ran to the spot, and he looks at it, and he goes, there's no way it could have gotten up to that height. From how the trees are built, they were so skinny and like dead weight wood that nothing could have crawled. Not even an owl could have probably supported it. But so my friends and I are freaking out, and we don't know what's happening. And then I hear the screech again, and this time it's from across the campsite where my friend said he thought he saw me. And immediately then everyone looks at each other. We all get into my friend's truck, and we just book it. We camp it, we pack up everything as fast as we can, and as we're doing it, we keep hearing either the screeching or snapping, or like everyone had agreed that there was some sort of like white noise we could all hear. Like it felt like there was just something. It got humid, everything started smelling like metal and cinnamon, and then as we were driving away, we hit the back road, and then it kept going, and then right when we were like 30 minutes away, it all stopped. And I don't get sick. I don't throw up easy. And that was the first time in a long time where I had to pull over, get out the car, and I threw up everywhere. And I wasn't anxious, I wasn't sick, I didn't drink, I didn't do anything bad, I just was me, and then I got sick everywhere. And I got back in the car, and I just was drained. I felt so sick and tired, and it was so unlike me, and I just felt scared the entire time. And my friend kept saying he thought the reason why it was me is because as he was walking, he thought he could hear me talking. Now I don't know what that was. My friends and I either think all of us had some freak out. My friend, one of my other friends, says it might be one of those things where like it's a Wendigo or a skinwalker or whatever. I don't know. It is weird, having a whole bunch of paranormal and freak things happen where people are seeing where they're not, hearing things, seeing things that shouldn't be able to do what they're doing. It's weird, man. Yeah, the best I got.
Be sure to check out our website at hillcityparanormal.com and call our haunted hotline at 701-HAUNTED or 701-428-6833 with your spooky tale. Thank you for listening to Hill City Paranormal.